Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we have a Mate 10 from Huawei. So this Mate 10 was dropped obviously and had multiple scratches and cracks on the sides of the device. The screen is originally gold, and the back and the sides are mostly rose gold, but we're going to replace this with a different colored screen. The client agreed to this, so it may not be aesthetically pleasing to look at because the screen is not the same color as the button, the home button, but it works still the same. It's just that the color is not coordinated properly. So obviously we can see that the foil that covers the battery was already opened. This was been opened previously because the foil was wrinkled, and we can see that it has experienced. We obviously know for sure that it has experienced some repairs in the past because it was easily opened at the back, because obviously the original adhesives can be very tricky, but this one just easily pops off of the device. So we're going to remove the headphone jack, the front camera, the electronics that comes with the motherboard, and when those are done, we can safely remove the motherboard itself. So this is a classic design. So you have your back plate, the back cover held on by adhesives, and the display itself in the front is also held on by adhesives to a chassis in the middle. So we can see the big battery in between the top and bottom motherboard. So we're just going to safely remove and uninstall the cables that comes with it. So these are communication cables. You don't want to damage this or snap it off. Just take your time if you're doing it yourself, but here in Sydney CBD Repair Centre, we are trained to repair devices like this, so you won't have to worry about some incidents like that happening. So do we recommend that you do it yourself? Order some parts off of Amazon or eBay. This may not be your first choice because it's a fairly complicated device to disassemble and assemble. So here we have some almost microscopic parts that you have to take off of the old display and reinstall in this new display right here. So the headphone jack, the sensors, the ambient sensors, the selfie camera, you have to put it back in together with the motherboard. And you can see that this is a different colored screen. This is already a black display. All just the black bezels are the only black in this display. So we're just going to take up the adhesives that held on to the battery. So we have this in stock. If you have a black Mate 10, we have a lot of this still available. If your Mate 10 is a different color, then maybe we can negotiate about the price. If you can look past the colors, it will just be fine. Your Mate 10 will be usable, more user-friendly because there's no more cracks on it. And then here's the tricky part, the data cables. You have to make sure that it is properly seated on the circuit board, because you might end up with a phone that's not working on the certain features because the certain flat cables like this one were not properly seated. So we're just making the final assembly. Okay, so we're going to test this after this one. So we don't have the chance to test it before the full assembly because we know we have dealt with this phone in the past, that we know for sure if it works or not. However, if the display doesn't work upon testing, which is not the case in this one totally works. So this one is fixed. We're sure about that because it also already asked for the pin. The touchscreen works, and we're going to put on the back shrouds and the back panel, the final testing. So if you have a broken Huawei Mate 10, iPhone, smartwatches that you suspect that it's just a broken screen but still turns on after you dropped it, bring it to Sydney CBD Repair Centre. We're going to fix it for you. We're going to test it, install the right parts. You won't have to worry about anything at all. So you can like and subscribe this video. Leave a comment if you have a question. If you want to ask where we are, you can leave that in the comments. Visit our website. And this is a Huawei Mate 10 ready for delivery. So it just looks brand new compared to the previous state that it is in. We're going to clean it up, prepare it for the client. And till next time, guys, cheers.